Hey class, Brandon Bradley here, your professor for vocational preparation. This is an 8-week class, and most people recognize it as the class you have to take before you can have your internship. While that is true, that's actually just one component of the class, and it's a component of the class we get to a little bit later. We're utilizing this class for a lot of different reasons. It is connected in some ways to the discipleship program, as there's an assignment in here that has to do with your personal walk with Jesus. In that we're going to be talking about the process of discernment. Discernment might mean making wise choices to you, or making a decision between one thing or another. It's oftentimes connected to wisdom. And these are all true. But from a Christian perspective, discernment is really about opening ourselves up to listening to the voice of God as He speaks to us through His Spirit and His Word about our lives. And so there's an assignment that you're going to read about in this first week that's really about the discipline of practicing listening to God through a spiritual practice of your choice over time. And so you're going to need to choose a spiritual practice to take part in for 30 days. And you're going to journal about this. This doesn't have to be overly difficult. It could be as simple as, I'm going to read my Bible and journal about what I read. I'm going to practice intercessory prayer for 30 days, whatever it is. You'll see that in your syllabus. But the reason for this is we want to start you focusing on who God's created you to be, your identity, who you are. And then we're going to work out from there. If you've had me in Principles of Disciple Making, you might be familiar with this illustration. What's this? It's a wagon wheel. Yes. And you might be thinking, oh, this seems so lame. But it actually really fits where we're going. You see, there are three main components to a wagon wheel. You've got the hub, the center. You've got the spokes that support the outer wheel and the inner hub. It connects the two. And then this outer wheel, this is where the action really takes place, where the wheel functions and it hits the ground and moves the vehicle along, the wagon. But at its heart, the most important part of the wagon wheel is actually the hub. The hub is what holds the wheel to the axle and the wagon itself. Because the wagon wheel on its own is really not that important, but what it's carrying, its purpose in transporting items or people to a different location, this all connects through the hub. In the same way, we connect to Jesus. He is our hub, and that individual faithful practice of meeting with Him regularly, learning to listen to Him, especially about big life decisions, learning to discern His leading, is extraordinarily important when we're talking about discerning our vocation. Now, vocation is a word that some people confuse with occupation. Occupation is a job. It's something you get paid for. Vocation is Latin for calling. It is what God has invited you into. It's what He created you to do. Unique elements of who you are that He has specifically shaped for a purpose in your life. Now, generally, people tend to get caught up, well, I'm called to preach, or I'm called to be a youth minister, I'm called to this. That touches on it, but calling is more like a lifelong journey of following Jesus into the next step, the next season of your life. It's not something that you completely arrive in, because when you get to that point, the youth minister, the preaching position, whatever, you'll recognize that God is actually not done with you there. He's preparing you for what happens next. Now, it might be you might be preaching the same position for 40 years. Praise God for that. Or it could be that God is utilizing that time and space in that position for different activities you're going to be involved in, either in that job or elsewhere. And that's okay. It's learning the process of listening to Jesus so you can you can discern when he's inviting you to take a new step and when he's inviting you to consider trying a new thing in that job, whatever. So that's the first part of this class, the hub. But then these spokes are the relationships that you have in your life. And some of these relationships will be people you wind up leading in discipleship or ministry or whatever. Some of them are your family members. Some of them are the people that you run into at the grocery store. But in this class, we're primarily going to focus on people who have been mentors to you, people who are speaking into your life. Oftentimes, God uses them to help point us in the direction of where we're going. And so those relationships, whether it be your faculty advisor or potential field supervisors or mentors in the past, we're going to be hearing from each of them and allowing them to speak into our life for the specific purpose of discerning where is a suitable internship for us. Now, many of you may have already determined, oh, I really want to do an internship at my home church, or I really think I want to go to this camp or whatever. That's not wrong. But discernment is not about making quick decisions that are easy. It's about making the right decisions that really are in tune with what God desires for us. And oftentimes that's not something that we already see. It's something we discover along the way. And this class is designed to help you determine what all is out there and how it can be of help to you along the way. I'm looking forward to our journey. There's a textbook, there are assignments each week, but none of this is overly difficult. But it is important. I hope that you'll take some time each week to really dig into what we're doing here and listen closely to what these assignments are. They have great importance in your life. I look forward to seeing what you all produce and talking to you along the way. If you're on campus and you have questions, don't hesitate to shoot me a note and let's set up an appointment. We can meet in my office or over at the Harvest House for coffee. I almost forgot. It's not just me. Another component of this class is this is really one of the marquee classes that interacts with the Graduate Placement Service. This is very important in your assignment for creating your resume and cover letter, but then also in determining what are good potential internship places. We've got a database of things you can look at, and yet there also might be particular interests that you are looking for, and you'll be able to check those out with your friends over in the GPS office. This semester, Tammy Ramey, of course, is the assistant director of the Graduate Placement Service, and we have 2 student workers, Titus Kolars and Lydia Burkhoff, and we're very grateful. They're doing a great job, and we're looking forward to seeing how they're able to help you move forward in your search for your internship. God bless you. Look forward to hearing how this class is going for you. Bye.